Oh, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to today's second episode of the Nothing But Youth series. Hopefully, guys... let me start that again. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, please do go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. The links are in the description. So, we have a game, Johnson's Paint Trophy against Dagenham and Redbridge. Of course, we are only allowed 5 substitutes in this game, which is kind of annoying. But, I'm going to bring on... We don't really play wingers anymore, so I'm going to take Kennedy off because we have to anyway. He's on international duty, but I'm going to bring on Bogger, and this is the team we're going to go with. I've made 2 changes. I brought on Lewis Baker and Casey Palmer on for Chalobah and Christensen, and I believe that is it. Oh, and Bubba Rahman in for Ake, and I've swapped Zuma for Ake playing centre back as well. So should be quite interesting. Hopefully we get the win. Let's get into this game rather than just sitting on the screen for 10 minutes, but we should get the win. Even with this kind of weakened side. Still a very, very strong side. But I mean, we brought in a couple of players that wouldn't usually play there. Or not like first team players, of course. So, and we are 1-0 up. Okay, BATSHUAYI'S obviously listened to me what I said in the last episode. So, no, he's not been that great. And now he's just like going off on one, which is fantastic. It's good to see. 24 seconds in, we've had 2 shots. Of course, they were the 2 shots that BATSHUAYI'S had a goal. But it's a decent first save, but straight back at him. And he finishes it with his left foot. Also, following on from what I said in the last episode, saying that I'm a massive fan of BATSHUAYI'S. He's a 2-footed player. And I love that. I love that. He can score with both feet. And I love it. Because not many... It makes defenders have such a hard time trying to defend someone who's 2-footed, because normally you'd want to get them on their weaker foot, right? You normally like, oh, if they're right-footed, you try and get them on their left foot, just so they have to shoot with their left foot. Ake's just come on for centre back, and he's scored. Sweet. So yeah, normally I'd be like, oh, put him on his weaker foot, so then it'll be harder for him to score. But with BATSHUAYI'S, like he can literally score with both feet. Like, it doesn't matter. He hasn't got a weak foot, which is really, really good to see. Him and Diego Costa up front possibly could play off each other. We're also linked with Pella in real life now. I don't know if I want to make videos on this. Might do. But yeah, we're linked with Graziano Pella, which I would normally, before, if we didn't have Conte coming in, I'd be like, oh, I don't want this guy at the club. I don't want him. But working under Conte, there's a bike outside my house, by the way, which is loud. There's working under Conte for Italy. I'm not actually that mad if he does come in, because he played really well under Conte. He knows Conte's system, and he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net with 2 up front. He knows how to play off another player up front. Like, I would take him. So let me know your thoughts. I've also done a poll on this on Twitter, and the results are quite interesting. Most of you will say that yes, you would take him, but I'm assuming it's for the same reason as me, because you know that he's played well under Conte ahead in the Euros. So, you'll have to let me know your thoughts on it, but I don't know, it's quite an interesting one for me. I might make a video on some of the players that we're linked with. Like Kante, we're also heavily linked with Kante. Of course, that won't... nothing will happen with him up until the end of... At least until the end of the Euros, because he's already said that he's not messing about with his future until the end of the Euros, so... Yeah, but I would love to have... If we could make one more signing this summer, alright, it would be Kante for me. He's fantastic. And Hazard scored. Nice, with 3-0 up. He's a fantastic player. He never stops running. He can defend. He can attack. He can play off a pass. He's really strong, bearing in mind he's about 2 foot tall. And the stamina levels on that guy is ridiculous. So, let me know your thoughts. It'd be quite interesting. But, 3-0. Here we go. 3-0. We're doing pretty well here. We are doing pretty well here. Balding. Claire Balding. If any of you guys know who that is, let me know in the comment section below. Wallace. Oh, he's on a yellow card, actually, Wallace. I would take him off. We don't really have any other right backs. Right wing backs, I should say. That's a position that we're kind of weak. I'm playing Palmer. Palmer finds BATSHUAYI'S. Oh, my word. BATSHUAYI'S. Stop that. Stop that. He can start any time. I told you last... He had what? He's scored 4 goals in 2 games? He can start any time. He can just start scoring. I told you towards the end of the season, maybe. Hopefully he'll start playing. What a strike. That is a lovely strike. But yeah, towards the end of the season, he could just like start playing or something. So it could be this time where he's starting to get in form now. Of course, 7 goals in however many games ahead of this game isn't too bad. So like he's still been playing pretty well. But if he can start banging in the goals even more, we'd start winning more and more games, get more and more goals, and climb further up that table. Loftus-Cheek, wonderful play. Oh my word, that was beautiful. Right, Eden Hazard, I'm going to bring on Lewis Baker at cam. I'm going to bring on Chalobah just for the last few minutes. Wallace will take you off just for Kurt Zouma, I guess. Kurt Zouma can't play there at all. He can't really play there as a wing-back. So he's just going to have to play there for like the last 5 minutes. Batshuayi, he's on a hat-trick, so I'm not actually going to take him off, even though he's quite weak in terms of fitness. Weak was the wrong choice of word. Quite low. He has quite low fitness at this point, so that's something. But shouldn't really make too much of a difference. We're currently 4-0 up. Should be good to go to see the rest of this game out. Lewis Baker whips it in from the corner. Ake, it's a penalty, so who's going to be taking it? Hazard's off now, isn't he? So it won't be Hazard. Is Batshuayi number 9? I can't remember. Yeah, Batshuayi. So Batshuayi's going to be taking it. Could get his hat-trick here. Could get his hat-trick. He steps up. He shoots and he scores. So he has got his hat-trick. I'm now going to take him off. Bring on Bertrand Traore. And that will see him out for the rest of the game. He has got his 3 goals in the game, which is nice to see. 10th goal of the season. He's climbing up that goal scorer's tally. That doesn't even make sense, but I'm going to stick with it. Oh, pretty poor penalty, to be honest. Goalkeeper's quite unlucky not to save it, but we'll take it. 5-0 up. I will take that. It is a nice victory. We're moving further in the Johnston's Paint Trophy, even though we don't need to win this at all. I'm still going to try and win it. You know, the more silverware, the better, you know. Even if, as Chelsea Football Club, the Johnston's Paint Trophy isn't the biggest thing in the world, but I'll take it, okay? Chalobah, pass it back to Wallace, to Ake, maybe? No, 5 times. 5 times? What? Michael, stop. Right, 5-0. Well done, lads. That's a good win. That is a good win. Batshuayi is actually top goal scorer in the Johnston's Paint Trophy, which is nice. Lewis Baker makes Chelsea debut, and they are delighted with the man. That's nice. Give him 5,500. Batshuayi got 3 goals and an assist, played a 9.7 match rating. That's insane. We've got the draw coming up for the next one as well. Batshuayi quickest off the mark. 12 seconds in the match between Chelsea and Dagenham and Redbridge is a new record. So Batshuayi's breaking records right now. Right. We have Accrington very soon, but that's in a few days' time. So skip forward. We've got the quarterfinal draw of the Johnston's Paint Trophy coming up. I'm probably going to play through quite a few games offline. Even, I say offline, off camera. Even if that does mean that, like, most of them are Champions League games, we're not really going to get far in the Champions League, are we? We're not going to win it or anything. So I think what I might do is I'm just going to play through a lot of the games offline, and then we'll come back quite late into the season, maybe January time or something, for next episode, which will most likely be tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to continue the Man United save. It's a really good database, really good, but I'm not sure if I like it in Man United. So I might start it again in another league, maybe in Italy or something like that, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe like a Legends Road to Glory. Try and take one of the teams from like lower down in the division, and try and take them to through a Road to Glory type thing. We could play Gillingham, by the way. Should be a really, really interesting game, because on my profile, I don't know if I can see it. On my profile, Chelsea supporter, Gillingham supporter, right? So if we play against Gillingham, it should be quite interesting. But you're playing against Exeter for now. Hopefully we'll get the win as well, but that's not for a few days' time. That's not for a while. So we'll play that offline most likely. You'll have to let me know your thoughts on playing most of these off camera, because I'm not sure if you want to see these matches. Like, I played the game against Sporting on camera because I'm not sure if it's like a significant match that you guys want to see. So let me know in the comments. Do you guys just want me to skip through the majority of the season just to speed the series up a little bit, because we're like on episode 8, and we're not even in January. Like, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because there were 16 episodes to Revive and Ranger series in one season, and that's a lot less games than what this competition has, because this competition has 24 teams, so you double that, so it has 46 games in the season, because you double that and take away 2, because obviously you don't play yourself. So there's 46 games in the season compared to however many there were in Scotland. So I don't know, you'd have to let me know in the comment section. I could just play through a bunch of them, but we're going to skip forward anyway. We have the Accrington game very, very soon, followed by a Dynamo game in the Champions League. We should really win that game. We need to win that game, actually, because if we lose that game, I think we're out. I'm probably going to put myself as unsackable, just because if I do get sacked, like, if this was a series that the possibility of getting sacked was a thing, I would, obviously, I wouldn't become unsackable, but it's a series where I want to just stick with Chelsea for a long, long time and bring the youth players up. And obviously, if I get sacked because they think with this team I can get to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, then it's kind of annoying, because that means that the season's over. So I don't want to do that. So I might just make myself unsackable, and go from there. But I don't know. New Denmark star. Thanks, whoever that is. Oh, he's got you to who? Manager of Denmark. Congratulations, man. Can't wait to get another time to play for them. Good job. Right. Accrington, they're 24th in the league. They're not doing that well. There should be a runaway win, to be fair. I might play Ake at the wing-back position again, just to try and improve him in that role. Musonda, he's done okay for the last 3 months, but no significant changes. He's actually gone down in physicals, but he's not really played, to be fair. So I might put him out on loan. Just some of these players I kept just in case, because we have so many players in terms of like backup and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. But I might put quite a few players out on loan as we go through, because the majority of these players haven't even played a single minute of football for us. So if we go back on, for example, let's just put these guys on the bench quickly. For example, Pantic has played, but Colquitt hasn't played. Reece Mitchell, Kevin Wright, Beanie, Kiwoma, Quaves. I don't really think he'll even play, but I'm going to keep him at the club, because he can play that left wing back role. So I'm going to keep him at the club. But yeah, the rest, like, I could loan out or something. So we're going to go with that maybe in the future. But for now, I'm going to pull these guys back, because I have OCD when it comes to this. And I'm going to take Christensen off for Kurt Zuma. Kurt Zuma can play there, even though he's quite knackered himself. I'm going to bring back on the other Christensen for Casey Palmer. And where are you, Bogger? Chalobah, sorry. Oh, he's injured. He's injured, never mind. So Lewis Baker's going to get another run out. We'll play him as a deep blind. Do you know what? We'll swap these two. And we'll play Lewis Baker as an advanced playmaker. As a support advanced playmaker. We'll play you as a deep line playmaker defense. So we'll have you as a defensive playmaker. We're going to... Yeah. Do you know what? We'll put Ake onto the left. Take Babarahman off. And we'll play Kalash. And we'll bring Babarahman on the bench for Bogger. We'll go with that, I think. That seems like good. That seems like a good lineup. So we're going to go with that. Nathan Ake can play as an automatic wing back. Of course, like I said, he doesn't particularly play too well in that position. But the more game time he has in that position, the better. So we're going to go into this. We're going to submit this team. This is the team we're going to go with. Hopefully we can get the win and move on and progress in the league. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go, lads. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I feel like crap. Right, Wallace. Whips it in. No, Wright clears. Mark Wright, the guy from Essex. Played in Soccer Aid. Lewis Baker. Halliday. That's not the Halliday that's at Rangers. Hazard. Finds Zuma. That's a terrible pass. That is a shocking pass. When I finds Halliday. Also, Chelsea are linked with Koulibaly, the Napoli centre-back, for £30 million. The amount of money that teams are throwing about this season is genuinely ridiculous. And the reason why is because the amount of money that teams get from every team gets like 100+ million from just TV deals, right? Every season. So that must mean their financial fair play. If you don't know what financial fair play is, basically it's you spend as much as you make, right? So you can't go out and spend 500 million if you're not earning 500 million. If you're earning 100 million a season, you're only allowed to spend 100 million. So you spend what you make, and the amount of money that Premier League teams make yearly is ridiculous now. So every team that you're trying to buy a player off, for example, Napoli, they're demanding ridiculous money for these players because they know that you have it. So like £30 million now. Is that Batshuayi again? He has scored again. Back for like £30 million now is like £15 million a few years ago. Like, it's not that much anymore. It's ridiculous. Like, Bale went for £80 million at the time. That was insane, because it's obviously still the record for the most expensive player in the. Whoa! I didn't know there was a bicycle kick. What? That's insane. So, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so it was like £15 million back then. So when Bale went for 80-odd million pounds, it was an incredible fee of money, because obviously at the time nobody goes out and spends £80 million. It's obviously worked out for Real Madrid. He scored some really, really important goals, including like Champions League final winning goals and stuff like that. But that's not the point. It's a ridiculous amount of money. Obviously, Man United right now have been linked with Pogba for a long time, and there's rumours that Man United are willing to pay £100 million for Paul Pogba, which is, to me, still an insane amount of money to spend on one singular player. Like, I do not think... Paul Pogba's a great player, right? Paul Pogba's a great player. I just do not think he's worth £100 million. That's just my thought. I would never pay £100 million for him. If Chelsea paid £100 million for Paul Pogba, I'd be disappointed. I'd be like, why spend £100 million on one player? Why not go out and spend that on 3 or 4 players, you know? Or like two or three incredible players, not one player. That's ridiculous to me. Anyway, we're tuning it up, 40 minutes in. Let me know your thoughts on the whole Pogba situation. What would your thoughts be if Man United was to sign Pogba for £100 million tomorrow? Let me know in the comment section. I'm interested, because to me that's just an insane amount of money. Wallace nearly scored. Damn. Coming up half time. Still 2-0 up. Halliday finds goal now. Nothing come from that. Going into half time. 2-0 up, which is good. They've had one shot, we've had 12. So 3 at the back. Kind of is 5 at the back. I'm going to keep calling it 3 at the back though, because obviously 2 wing backs. 3 at the back has wing backs. So, but they push a little bit further up the pitch, but I can't do that. Otherwise I would. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say don't get complacent out there. And I'm going to say passionately you weren't that bad, but I have faith in you. I'm going to keep saying that just to hopefully get these guys motivated. And it seemed to have worked. So, let's go into the second half. Let's see if we can win this game. Halliday. What Crooks. Is this going to be anything? Windass, isn't he? Isn't Windass from... Is he the guy that signed in my Rangers series in the second season? He's like a ready-made transfer. Anyway, what a ball. Ake to Loftus Cheek. Stroh gets blocked. Lewis Baker finds Ake again. Ake. Oh, that's a decent cross. No one was there, though. Hazard. Oh, it's a red card. That's going to be a red card. I really want to train Ake in that wing-back position. I think he'd be perfect. If you've ever watched Ake in real life, he was playing for Watford last season. And any Watford fan would tell you he was one of their best players. Most consistent players. He played so well every game. But he is so good. He reminds me of David Luiz in a way. He's just a wing-back David Luiz, right? Because David Luiz used to be really good in the tackle. He still is. And then he was also really, really good at pushing up. Do you remember that banger he scored against Fulham? Christ. Yeah, so if you didn't see that, by the way, go on YouTube and type in David Luiz Fulham goal or something like that, right? It's insane. Absolutely insane. The guy's a absolutely crazy player. Going to take Kurt Zouma off for Christensen. I will go with that for now. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, but Ake has like the attributes, the stats, the ability to push up as well as defend. And he does remind me a lot of David Luiz, but in a fullback position. So I don't know. I would love to train him in that wing back role. We couldn't have had any other player suitable for this role. If he wasn't a Chelsea player, I think I probably would have signed him to play him as a wing back. So I don't know. 85 minutes in, we're still tuning it up. 23 shots, 11 on target we've had. That's a ridiculous amount of shots. We'll bring on Casey Palmer for Lewis Baker because he's knackered. And we will take off. Kadish has only got 60 match fitness. He's done pretty well though. Wallace has got 2 assists. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I can't take anyone else off. We'll take off BATSHUAYI'S just for Kennedy. We'll play Kennedy up front. Why not? We should really play Kennedy up front a little bit more maybe. Because he's not played any football for a long time. So that is going to be full time. 2-0. Yet another win. Another clean sheet in the league, which is really, really good. And we progress even further in the league. So let me know your thoughts on possibly just like completely skipping through like the majority of this season. Because this season is so long. So we could just skip through like a bunch of this. And even if we miss like the final of the Johnstone's Paint Trophy, we're most likely going to win it. I would be disappointed if we didn't, to be fair. So let me know your thoughts on that. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I put polls up on Twitter pretty much daily now regarding football and your thoughts on Chelsea signings, on other things that happen around the world, for example. So let me know your thoughts on what I've discussed today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.